The sidewalk at the high school is deteriorating at a rapid rate. One slip and fall or trip on our known hazard could cost the district $100,000 in insurance policy because somebody slipped and fell on something that we knew was really deteriorated. So I did letter that. I would love to do roofing projects at Lake Haven. We do need to tackle that, and that would be my plan for next year. But with $175,000, I can't do a section as far as it's pieced out, as far as the engineers are concerned. So it wouldn't get us very far as economy of scale. So at least we're knocking out two big projects, but you're speaking to the matter of needing more funds to address facility needs. I've done everything I can to put a continuity plan in place, hiring Belfor to protect us in the event that we have something catastrophic happen, such as a boiler failure and or a roof failure. When we're working beyond life cycle, anything can happen. I just want to present to you guys that there is a risk involved for anything, the roofs, the boilers, and heating systems. So, yes. I may come back to you guys for future unexpected failure or something.
I understand. I just want to make sure that you're comfortable. So you're given $4 and you want to use $4, but it probably would be smarter to ask for $4.50 and get the thing that we really need.
Sure.
So I want to make sure you're comfortable, because I can see an emergency coming up and that's fine. But not if 3 or 4 come up at the expense of putting in new controls for HVAC. That was my.
Sure.
And it's kind of, the reason that came to mind was probably just because we went through like 3 things that involve the same idea.
Sure.
Long-term capital maintenance.
Sure. Yeah, I would love to ask for an extra $4 so we can continue to address the macro needs of the district. And we'll work through that with our budgeting and our Fund 46 process, but I couldn't agree more that we do have big needs, and it's hard when you have many big needs and you have to defer everything else.
And part of it also is funding, as we're going through a master planning process and looking at, for instance, a pool liner. It's now the time, something could happen to it, but, we have to look at the scope of it and figure out what that might be part of a plan.
Sure.
Moving forward, so. There's some risk.
My question, Jeremiah, kind of taking off on what you said, with us looking at, studying facilities, and there's likely going to be some changes, possibly even, like we mentioned before, during the last round, we might be retiring 2 or 3 of the schools. Is that a good use of money to put a new HVAC system in those schools, just 3 or 4 years later? I mean, are they in that kind of shape, or is something that?
Yeah, just to clarify, the elementary schools are generally under 10,000. The big dollar amounts are at the middle and high school level to replace all the controls, but any of the controls at any school can be taken off because we're utilizing the existing wires. So you can take any component with us to a new site, against new systems, so 3 years from now, we can still take that and put it wherever. And I would advocate that we continue with the same system if there wasn't their sites, just to remain continuity around the district.
We've got, we just had high school, it's a annual system.
Correct.
Do we really need to replace that thing? I mean, I know it's nice to get everything under the same system, same umbrella at the same time, but.
I would advocate for yes. We do have controls that are lapsing. Today I drove by the high school and I seen lights on. I called it. The system is calling for them to be off and on. So it does happen frequently that we will have system failures where someone comes in for an event. We have the event set up for AC and AC doesn't want, and we have to look in deeper into the issue. And it's just the system is failing. If you think about computers in 2003 and your laptops now, just imagine the growth that has happened and the flexibility that this system allows. So, I think that answers your question.
Any further questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 5F, sale of district inventory.
Thank you, Board. Motion to approve Wisconsin surplus as the preferred method of selling district inventory that is beyond useful life.
So.
Discussion. Now again.
Sure. So each year the district hosts a district rummage. You guys approve all the items to be sold. Last year, I think we had 4 people come. This year, we had 0. So it's actually an expense to the district to hold the rummage. We do post it in the paper, and then we have everybody bring supplies and everything over to the ESC, where it gets compiled and eventually thrown out. I did find Wisconsin surplus to be an avenue to sell our goods. We tried it out just as a test pilot. We sold 2 lunch tables for about $200 for the lunch tables that were very old. I checked in with another school district using it a while ago, and they said last year they made $20,000 off of utilizing it to sell goods. When we sell something, the purchaser pays the commission to Wisconsin surplus. They also come and pick up the goods, so we can have them pick them up at the site rather than transporting them all around. So the first sale was seamless. I think it's going to be a good process moving forward.
The only question I have on this, when I look at the set, some stuff on there, but do we need to narrow this to say Wisconsin surplus? Could we open this up more? I mean, I don't care if it sells some Wisconsin surplus or Craigslist. I mean, whatever works best for the district, and it doesn't cost us money. Unless there's some policy that states we have this specifically, or some law. I don't know, you know, any form of electronic auction doesn't cost us fees.
My only hesitation on that was, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Mike, but under this plan, they do all the work. If we listed on Craigslist, we have to do all the work.
Right, there may be, what my reason for it, I think we would use this for Georgia, just going to the site, looking at the majority of the stuff I think you would use it for, but there may be some smaller stuff that's just either on Craigslist that the site really doesn't lend itself to. If you look at most of the stuff on here, it's larger items, or large lots of stuff, that you're really selling it, I don't know, a lot. I didn't really see anything like that on the site, versus going on to Craigslist and saying, I've got 20 of these, interested, email me.
And I think Paul heard about this, and you have to have some here in this and that.
Well, you really have to, it just gives an option for somebody for yourself. I'm not saying, I'm not complaining for it, I'm just giving them more options. I think the partner might be the most logical to decide what is best then. You guys want to narrow this on?
Leave it up to him, because
Keith, what are your thoughts on this?
I wouldn't say that this would be the exclusive vendor, I guess, of all the narrow, because if there's someone that comes forward, we have an alternate come forward and trying to advocate for local business to buy some things. I wouldn't mind just selling it to them if they want it. Or if this is the preferred method, this is the way we will be going in general, but if there is something 2 years from now that we discover, switching platforms would be good. I guess the emphasis of it was on changing from rummage to digital, so I think we're fine.
so we'll leave it open there for him to dispose of it as he feels whatever is the best value. So
So, that being said, that should be this.
I think we approve it as is with the,
Just have it more.
yeah. Along.
So, who made the motion?
I did.
We recommend here the motion?
Let me just read it. Where is the order?
I would, motion to approve the district moving forward with Wisconsin surplus or other vendor as best suited,
As
As it
determined
referred-
by,
as determined by the.
We have to have a motion to,
Well, no, you can just change your motion to make the second reading.
okay, so I'd like to amend the motion to read, motion to approve the district moving forward with Wisconsin surplus or other They want another vendor,
I'll just say vendor.
other vendor to sell district inventory that's being added to school. Is that covered?
Sure.
Carolyn, you get it?
Is that okay with the second?
Yep.
Further discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There you go. We're done. Thank you.
Thanks, Chairman.
Thank you. Resolution action item 5G donations.
Motion to accept the thanks the following donations. Ridgeview Elementary from Charlie Take Charge of Education, $928.21 for additional Chromebooks, fourth grade classrooms. From the Department of Public Instruction, $500 for non-Christian literature for classroom libraries. From PPG Industries, facilitated by Tom and Kristen Oswald, $1,000 for non-fiction literature for classroom libraries. At Test Corners Elementary, from PTO, $123.97 for bus transportation, and $600.60, $600 even, for headphones. And at the high school, from the 2002 football captains, $600 to be used for the weight room.
So moved. Second. Sorry, could you get both for those $1,000?
Was that a second or was that a fifth?
There are two different.
It is, okay, there is a second from BPG, also facilitated by Kyle and Christina. Again,
Non-fiction literature.
that's right. I thought that was the second entry. Who was the second on that?
Discussion? Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This is unanimous. Very much. We have the discussion item 6A, construction managing firm.
We went through the RFQs last week, Thursday, and Dean was in attendance, as well as Gary, and Jeremiah, and Julie, Scott Cooney, and Jeff Peterson, and myself. We had 11 firms interested in the construction manager partnership with us, and we are moving forward with 4 firms after proposals. BJ, oh, and also Matt is there also from Ray. So BJS Construction Services, CD Smith Construction Services, Hunzinger, and CG Schmidt. All will be interviewed by a team. Dean will be there, but Eric and Chris will be in attendance with that group to interview those 4 firms on January 6th.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you'll have Eric and Chris, you'll have 4 good quality candidates there that have been through the process. They're all relatively local companies. We've been local labor and local contractors. Really good. Yeah, thanks for really good work. Yeah. Not an easy job going through that.
Thank you. Moving on, 6B, 2015-16 budget process. This is standing item.
It should have recorded the broadcast.
Is there any information we need to ask for the
Because you can put it up after.
Very done. And then 6C, WASB 2015 proposed resolution.
So the delegate assembly will meet on Tuesday, January 20th to consider the proposed resolution. Published for number. Is it found yet?
This is fun.
It's wonderful.
So can I bring up? Can I ask a question?
Isn't it great?
So these resolutions that are going to be put forth, what kind of impact do they have?
Realistically?
I'm sorry?
Realistically?
Realistically,
No,
none.
zero.
Okay. So this is just an exercise in this is what I want and
Yeah.
DPA
It's
things.
directing our lobbyists, and actually our experts here probably.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. It'll, you probably received a book of the resolution.
I did, so if I object.
Yeah, so-
Oh, please, yes.
Does it really matter, is what I'm asking? I mean, how much of a?
It does, they know that the WSB represents, I think, every district, every public school district in the state. Of course, they also keep in mind that the policy does not reflect the opinion of every individual school. But they do have.
So what's the process, and it's quite, the resolutions are quite.
It's a service.
There's money for consideration for our board, I mean, do we read that all, do we do?
We give you full carte blanche.
Well, we will give you feedback. If there's something that we feel strongly about, we've given Brett feedback on it. And then I think what your responsibility would be is if there's an overwhelming feeling one way or the other by this board, you should represent the board. But if there isn't, I think that we put you there to represent us if we're standing silent,
Okay,
the way you feel that is important.
so there is probably a number of actions. Email to me.
Sure.
And if you have objections, or if the collective board has an objection to it, you can certainly voice that at the meeting, at the assembly.
This is service.
Typically, there's so many people there that if we have an objection to something, somebody else is gonna voice that same objection.
Yeah, it usually comes down to urban, rural, suburban, needs.
Right.
Big school, large school. Something that every board member should experience. And Greg has been thankful enough to do this. How many did you do it?
8 out of 7.
Yeah. I did it once.
I did it.
Never.
I did it once.
Yeah.
It's an experience. It is
Just
an
like
experience.
doing this and doing that.
It's an experience, and it's neat too, because we'll be sitting around representatives from districts from all around the state, and it's interesting to talk to them and get their perspective on these issues and the job itself. So it's interesting, it's fun, it's an experience.
It also points out how sane.
Right.
But I will be on there that day. If you want to do lunch afterwards or something. Or we can do this and tell you the presentation. All right, moving on, 6B, school perception survey.
So, looking at our kind of preliminary plan for master planning and looking at where we'll be going after the master planning committee reviews needs and looks at recommended solutions for the board to consider in April. We are looking at surveying the community for their readiness, and that's part of board, your goal as a board to make sure that focus on what the community feels. And at that point in time, we may have some very strong indications from the master planning committee on what would be good solutions, and so we'd be able to go forward with a survey to our community in May or June, probably May, to gauge readiness and their feelings about different types of impact levy and that kind of thing. So this is School Perceptions is the partner that Gray uses, and so they did bring forward a proposal for us to consider, and they just indicate what they do before the survey, how to launch the survey, and then after the survey, we did work with Perceptions in 2000. So, it's really for your information, just wanted to know if there were any questions about this or concerns that, as you move forward, you would like to, we'll bring it back for approval. Also,
Do we look for the questions as well?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's our next question, because we've talked a lot about the marketing initiatives in the last few, referendums and new story. This is going to be part of whoever the select process. Do they help formulate the questions?
Yes, yes. So they're the experts in survey development, and so they take each unique district and they say, okay, and they help us formulate that based on, solutions and needs of the districts.
So we do it in the president last time. Any questions, changing questions?
Department. Any questions?
Number 7, information follow-up.
I have one, not urgent, but beginning next year, if we could get, kind of, high school principal. That's the election process, what that's mentioned.
I would like to announce that I'm going to run again for the term of the school board.
Yeah, I'll do this. I'll take this opportunity to announce that I will be running for another term on the school board as well.
And because I don't want Dean and Eric to be lonely, and they're running for school board, I will join them. Representative also.
Well, thank you all for your ambitions to this board. We need to be available. I appreciate all 3 of you running again.
Thanks for waiting, so this is all hard.
We still have to read your notice. All right. Motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.